Hello everybody, welcome to another episode. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how we set up a design like this. This is for a potential customer. We are still in the process, so we're not 100% sure that it is a done deal. And we're going to use Silhouette Studio Basic Edition totally free. In case you own a Cameo 4 or a Cameo 4 Pro, this project will be perfect for that. The potential customer sent us a message through Facebook. You know, this is our favorite social media to advertise our services. This is the actual design that the customer sent us. I would say about more than 50% of the customers have their own design. So if you are about to get into this kind of business, you don't really have to worry too much about it because most customers will have their own design. From Facebook, we could actually download the image and just bring it to Silhouette Studio. But there's a step that we take, and this is going to make your life a lot easier. We've been talking about this tool for quite some time, for the last probably 5 or 6 videos. Amazing tool, I should say, is ChatGPT. Again, we use it for so many different things, to create websites and all kinds of different things. And it is the paid version. Since we use it a lot, it was worth paying for it. And it is ChatGPT 5.1. I'm going to go back to Facebook and make a copy of the image. I'm not even going to download it. I'm just going to make a copy. And then from here, I'm going to bring the image and I'm going to tell ChatGPT what to do with it. I want that to be one color, vinyl cutter friendly, since I'm going to vector it. So I'm going to type it in, and this is what I'm going to do. All right, so this is my first try. Make this design high resolution, 6000 by 6000. Remember, the higher the better. One color, black on white background, vinyl cutter friendly. Keep everything the same because nothing has to change. And now I'm gonna go ahead and send it. And this is gonna take a few minutes, so you just gotta be patient. And you can see part of the logo, which it looks really good actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on it. I'm not even gonna download it, so I'm just gonna copy image, and then from here I'm gonna go to Silhouette Studio. I forgot which version it is, but I know it is the basic and the free version. And then I'm gonna bring the logo, paste, and then I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna go back to the original, and I'm still gonna make a copy of that. I'm gonna bring it here and place it next to each other, and they're about the same size. But let me zoom in and show you guys like the details, and I'm gonna trace both of them so you guys can see. But just by looking at them, you can definitely see the little details. The one that we created using ChatGPT looks really, really nice. From here, I'm gonna go to the, what is it called, open trace panel, and then I'm gonna go to select trace area, and I'm going to select the whole thing. And I already know that I'm going to need to, here I'm going to change that to 72. You can see that some, like the sun is missing, and now it came back to the picture. And I'm going to zoom in and see, like, just pay attention to all the little details. And when, where is it? Right here. This is where I increase that. I can increase it or I can decrease it and see what we get. Maybe we can, no, that's not, I think that's a little bit better, 65. So I'm going to do the same with the other image, 65. I'm going to zoom out, and then I'm going to bring that, the original image to the side. I do not need that for now. And then I'm going to repeat the same step, select trace area, and then I'm going to cover the whole thing, and then do the same. I'm going to do about 65. So we can see the difference, and then trace it. And then I'm going to move the original image to the other side, and I'm going to place these two on top of each other. I mean, the reason why we use ChatGPT is because we don't want to spend so much time like fixing like the little details. Like the one on the left is a lot better. It's a lot cleaner. You can see like we got better details. Let me zoom in so you guys can see what I mean. Like this little section here, and I'm gonna move that to the other side here. This one is missing part of it. I mean, it's not really that bad, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be worse, but with ChatGPT, we don't have to work as much. We got most of the details perfect. I think that's something that we can work with. And then now I'm gonna move the images right here. And what I need to do, they are all combined. First of all, I'm gonna get rid of this one, the low quality one. I do not need that. This is the one we created using ChatGPT. And the next thing that I'm gonna do, I need to give it some color. But before I do that, it's all combined in one piece. What I need to do, I'm gonna click on it, and then I'm gonna do a right click, and then I'm gonna go to release compound path. And basically all it does, it breaks apart every single section of the design, and that is going to be a different color. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the sun or whatever it is. I clicked on it, and then I'm going to do cut. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the whole thing, the bottom section, and then I'm going to do the right click, and then I'm going to do make compound path. So it's all in one section. Now remember that we got rid of the other top section. Now I'm gonna do paste, and it's back to the picture now. And what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna give it some color. I'm gonna turn this orange color, and I'm gonna open the, what is it called, the fill panel, and I'm gonna give it some orange color. And then the bottom is gonna be black, obviously, like the original. And then I'm gonna send that to, or I'm gonna make that disappear. Now the next thing to do, I'm still gonna save this just in case. I'm gonna do a rectangle, and I'm gonna select that. I think is the fourth option from on this side here. And then I'm gonna make a rectangle, and I need to make it 24 by 14. So this is gonna be the magnetic sign. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock the ratio, and the width is gonna be 24. And then the height is going to be 14. Okay, now I'm going to, these are getting in the way. Probably I'm going to have to move these. I don't know what happened to the image. It disappeared. No big deal. All right, now I'm going to move this up there, and I'm going to make this image, the whole logo, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm not going to place it inside the magnet just yet. I'm gonna leave it about there. And from here, I'm gonna use a font that is very close to the original. I'm gonna go to the text option, and I'm just gonna type in just any numbers like 317, something like that. And I'm gonna switch the type of font. I'm gonna do this one here. I like that one. And then I'm gonna make it just like that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make or give it some contour to this, but I need to convert it to a path. I think that's what I need to do. Yep. So I can move it better, and I think I'm gonna make it a little bit taller like that. And then I'm gonna see, I can probably do like 21. And I'm gonna make it like probably, yeah, something like that. So I'm gonna select those numbers, and then from there I'm gonna go here to offset selected shape, and then you can see that we have a little outline or whatever it's called, but I think we can make it a little bit thicker. I'm gonna get rid of it, and I'm gonna make another one, but this time I'm gonna make it like probably thicker than that, maybe even thicker. All right, perfect. You know what, I think we have some details here that I need to get rid of. I forgot that. Let me zoom in, and you can see this is extra. We don't need that. All right, I'm so used to using CorelDRAW. This one is a little bit of a pain, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And you can see that we have some extra lines there that we do not need. I need to get rid of those. And then I'm gonna give it some color now. I'm gonna make that black color, and I'm gonna select the colors, and then the other numbers are gonna be orange color like that. And then I'm gonna zoom out. All right, and what I need to do, I'm going to place this about right there, but I know that I need to make the magnet white because that is the option that we have for the customer. We do not offer unless we order them online, but for now I'm just going to make them white. And then I'm going to bring the logo. Now I can bring it to on top of that, but I need to bring the magnet to the back. And I can probably make this whole thing a little bit smaller. You know what? I'm going to have to get rid of the magnet for now, but I'm just going to cut it right now. I need to take care of this first, and I don't want to be having to deal with the magnet getting in the way. Again, I'm not very familiar with this software. I mean, I do know how to use it. It's just that, it's not like my first option, honestly. All right, but I'm not saying that it is a bad software or anything, but it's just that I'm not really used to using it that much. All right, so we're getting close to the sample, and what I need to do, I'm saving this section on purpose. I'm gonna go to text, and then I'm just gonna type in services because we are still waiting on the customer to give us or tell us like more information, like what services he's gonna want to add and stuff like that. And I'm gonna use the same font, and then I'm gonna make them like probably like that. I'm gonna tell them that we only recommend that he adds like whatever is necessary, like whatever the main services, not every single service, although sometimes they do the opposite. But I mean, they are buying the product, they're the ones that are paying for it, so I'm not gonna just do whatever I want to do, but I can still recommend, give him a few recommendations. If he wants to take him, that's good. If not, then it's his sign, so whatever he wants. And this is what I would send him. This is perfect the way it is. I could send him that, but I'm gonna make a copy, duplicate that, and then just bring it over here, and I'm gonna show you how we would do registration marks. Actually, I got confused. So I'm gonna get rid of the background, the magnet, and then remember that we have those colors separately. The way we would do, we wouldn't even use any registration marks because we would use or do a wet application. We would just apply plenty rapid tag and just align it like that. And that is the reason why I also made the contour, so I can place the numbers on top and it will guide me on how to apply that on top. But let's say that you wanted to apply some registration marks. This is how we would do. I'm just gonna do for the phone number. I'm gonna go back to the drawing tool, and I'm going to select a little rectangle, and I'm just going to place it about there. All right, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to select that, and I think it's kind of big. I don't need that to be that big, so I think it looks good about there. Now I'm going to make a copy of that, and I need to place this all the way to the end. So I'm going to select that registration mark that we just added, and then press the shift button and click on the contour, and then from there I'm going to go here. See, it sent it all the way to the end. And now I can probably align. Let me move it so you can see what I mean. I need to align it about the same position as the other registration mark. But I'm going to select that one, and then I'm going to select the other registration mark, and I'm going to go back here to, I forgot what this is called. It doesn't say what it's called, but I'm going to use that option, align bottom. And see, it just aligned those two. I'm going to select both, and I'm going to combine them, or made a compound path. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. So basically they are together. And then from there, I'm going to make a duplicate. But the first ones that we added, I'm going to press shift button and then click on the contour. And then I'm going to combine those now. I'm going to make a compound path. And remember that we have these other options, the ones that we just added. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to send that to the back, the bottom number, the contour, I'm going to send it to the back so we can see this other section here. So what I'm going to select the second or the ones we just added, the registration marks, and I'm going to click on the other registration marks, and then I'm going to do align. No, actually it was the other one. So I'm going to go back, no worries. And remember, we got to do this. And let me zoom in. They're not 100% aligned, but no worries. I can just do manually. I can align them manually. See, this is what I was talking about. This is the reason why I don't really use this software that much, because this, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go here and perfect. Now I'm going to click on the other numbers, and then I'm going to combine them. All right, and look at that. I'm sorry I didn't explain how I did that, but you can always go back and watch what the steps that I took. And this is how we would use those registration marks to combine that on top. And again, we could do the same with this, but I'm not going to do that. Basically, this is the mockup that I'm going to send to our potential customer. Remember, the measurements are 24 by 14. Of course, we have to show you how to cut the vinyl.